Hello everyone, this is Limpy welcoming you to this very special edition of Inside the Den. Today I'm going to give you what I believe to be the top 10 free MMORPG browser-based games of 2012. Now of course this is my list, and yours may be different, so please feel free to comment below and tell me what you think are, in your opinion, the best free-to-play browser-based MMORPGs of 2012. Now without further ado, let us begin with number 10. Starting off the countdown at number 10 is a browser-based shooter that lives up to its name. Offensive combat had me laughing for hours, even when I died. The emotes that players can use to mock an enemy player are meant to bring a chuckle to both the killer and the killed. With solid game modes, fun maps, hilarious visuals and sounds, and then throw in a healthy number of costumes and customization options, and offensive combat really shines in any browser. Dungeon Rampage slides into our countdown in the number 9 spot. I couldn't help but feel like I was playing the 2012 version of Gauntlet whenever I stepped into Dungeon Rampage world. With 7 classes to earn, level up, and train to your liking, there are quite a few ways to enjoy Dungeon Rampage. Gameplay is fast-paced, and this is a game for the casual gamer or hardcore dungeon runner. Gear is more than abundant, and the gold system to open chests really makes Dungeon Rampage a truly free-to-play title. Number 8 on my countdown is Crystal Saga. Now don't let the fact that Crystal Saga is 2D and is played in the browser fool you. The game has some real depth, with 5 different character classes, a ton of weapons and items to equip, mounts, and then pets to tame. Not to mention the game world is massive, having over 50 zones and 10 dungeons to explore. Equally extensive are the number of adventures a player can get themselves into, whether these are quests on the PvE side of things or running into battle against other players in PvP zones of the game. I never found myself bored playing Crystal Saga. Arcane Legends has grabbed the number 7 slot on this year's countdown. This quirky and entertaining isometric dungeon crawl has given me countless hours of fun. With the ability to select from 3 classes, you're quickly off on your dungeon running adventures. Learning to master your skills and the skills of your pet is a joy. The cutscenes of the game are downright hilarious, and the game's graphical style could put a smile on the toughest of tough guys. Think Torchlight 2, in the browser, and free to play, and you will have Arcane Legends. The number 6 game of 2012 for me was King's Road. For a free browser-based title, King's Road really has a lot to offer. First off, the game looks amazing, and I love the graphical style. The developers are doing an excellent job of listening to their player base and making adjustments that not only make the game more enjoyable, but functionally better all around. Progressing through the maps is a thrill, and the heroic modes of each dungeon actually, really make the game very challenging. I look forward to more and more adventures each day in King's Road. Here we go, on to the second half of our countdown. At number 5 we find Forge of Empires, a strategy title that all other browser-based strategy titles aspire to be. The game's buildings are gorgeous, the campaign system is challenging, the tech system is vast and complex. Progressing through the ages will have any gamer waiting 1 more minute for that last bit of construction to be completed, or a unit to be trained so more options will become available. I thoroughly enjoyed building and conquering my way through Forge of Empires. Adventure Quest Worlds has taken the honor of number 4 on this year's top 10. This browser-based side-scrolling adventure title not only updates regularly, they update almost weekly. An amazing amount of content has tie-ins to pop culture, and this gives a little added tweak to the enjoyment. Getting around the game world and into some trouble is as easy as a couple of clicks of the mouse. The player base is friendly and very helpful, and finding players who will help you through the levels is as easy as asking. Not to mention you will regularly find game staff and the creators roaming around the Adventure Quest worlds. Number 3 on the 2012 top 10 is Drakensang Online. When looking for top-notch graphics, Normally, you'll only find them in client-based games, but Drakensang changes that thought process. Everything from the town's buildings to the dungeon's monsters are visually extraordinary. The game has an amazing skill system for each of its 3 classes, thousands of items to find and identify, an actual storyline with quests, and an immense world to explore with a multitude of dungeons to challenge players and their friends. Drakensang Online found its way to my bookmarks and isn't leaving anytime soon. Realm of the Mad God may look like a bit of a throwback to the early years of video games, but the number 2 game on our list is anything but. The game is not for the faint of heart though, as death in the game is permanent. Now that hasn't stopped me from logging countless hours in the game world, even with numerous deaths. The fast-paced arcade-style pew-pew action will support groups of up to 85 to take on the most deadly bosses. As you level, you'll open up more and more of the over a dozen classes in the game. So Realm of the Mad God certainly has me hooked. In the end, there can be only one. This year, that distinction goes to RuneScape. RuneScape seems to raise the bar each and every year, adding massive amounts of content, tweaking the game from top to bottom to better suit a wider range of players, and just overall improving when other games seem to stay stagnant. The class-free system is complemented by the fact that the game has been intelligently balanced. Add in epic quests, and the PvE and PvP adventure never seems to end for all those who call the RuneScape world home. Putting this list together was painstaking, as the number of high-quality games entering the market as browser-based titles seems to get bigger and bigger each year. So I expect next year this will be an even more crowded field of competitors. Now don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, as your feedback is greatly appreciated. For now, this is Limpy for MMODen. Until next time, thanks for watching.